Welcome back to your week 4 and day 1 of your tutorial, skincare business tutorial. So today's topic will be talking about pricing. Now, what is pricing? First of all, pricing is very important because even if you sell good, even if you sell well, you end up losing money or you end up losing your business if the pricing were wrong. Alright, if the pricing were wrong. So first of all, what is pricing? Pricing is how you decide to sell your business, the particular amount that you decide to place in your product or on your product. A lot of people used to, get price tag for a consistency price and for in fact a continuation of price. Do you get? You don't just change your pricing all the time. You have to have a particular price that you're selling this particular product, and before you have this particular price, you make sure that the price is right and on track without making mistake. All right, so now what is pricing? Number one, pricing is how much you sell your product. You cannot just get product of 1,000 naira and went on and sell it 10,000 naira because other people are selling it. I used to give you these references, this kind of advice when I was making other previous videos. You sell your market, the range that you bought your market. All right, assuming you bought something of 1,000 naira, you did your clearing, add your weaving money 200 naira, that is one. So you can sell that product 1,800. At least you have extra 600 naira gain, or probably you have extra 300 naira gain or there. But I'm just making examples. Do you get? If you buy something of 1,500 together, like your product is 1,500 and your product is 1,000, sorry, and your weight bill is 500, you can add 500 on top. So that 500 that you add on top will be your gain. So total, if you want to now price your market, what are you going to do? You are going to place it 1,500 for my cost price and 500 naira for my gain is what is 2,000 naira. So when you now say that product 2,000 naira, you end up getting 500 naira in that product. 500 naira times the quantity of the product, because I know that it's not just only one product. Do you understand? That is pricing. And again, how much profit you want to make, how you want to make your profit, how much profit you tend to make in that particular product, depending on how active that product is and depending on how the price range is inside market. That is how you decide to price your product. Then how customers perceives your brand. If your brand is local and you went on to price to keep your products in a high price, you will lose money. All right, so the best advice I will give you is that when you are as a beginner, when you are putting on prices on your products that you got newly, please start small. You can add a lot of gain later when you have already made a lot of customers. Because if your brand is local, nobody will patronize you and you end up losing. That is why I mentioned in the first place that pricing is good, but even if you sell well, you can sell to 1 or 2, 3 customers. That's 10,000 naira price, something that you cost 1,000 naira. But even if you sell well, are you going to sell to only 3 people? You have to extend your niches, all right, so that other people can also benefit from your brand. So if your brand is local and your pricing is high, how will you make sales by the end of the month? So that is pricing. Pricing is crucial and you have to trade it with caution, all right? Now that I said that you are not meant to put your gain higher, does not necessarily mean that you're not going to put profit. I said depending on the product that you are selling. Do you get? Because if you sell too cheap will make customers doubt your product. All right, you know that this particular thing is luxury, right? And you are selling it cheaper than other people, cheaper than the actual price that is inside market. You are making your customers to doubt your product. And when you are selling it more costlier, when you are selling more costlier than other people, you are chasing your customers away. So this thing is strategically. I don't know how to explain it to you so that you understand. You have to be on a minimum, like you have to be moderate. Yes, there's something we call moderate. You get, there's something we call low. There's something we call moderate. There's something we call severe or high. Do you understand? So you should be in the middle. You should moderate your pricing so that it will be good for you, and also it will be also good for your customer. It will be beneficial for you and also beneficial to your customers. All right. So let's move to the next question. The next question is just things to consider before pricing. There are things you need to consider before pricing, before setting your price. You have to consider cost of product. I've said it before. When you buy your product and you decide to cost this particular product is 1,000, then transportation, that is example way bill or shipping fee. Then packaging. If it's your own personal brand, the packaging, people will collect money for them to do packaging for you now. Then marketing expenses. Then also all these things that you have to add together first before you now add your desired profits. All right, that is the things you need to consider before pricing. Never guess price. Never guess price. Always calculate. You have to always calculate. You calculate your cost, the product cost, the transportation expenses, the packaging. If you have a personal brand, or if you don't have a personal brand, there's no need for you to add packaging pricing. You understand? Then market expenses. You have to add all these things. What I mean by market expenses, you have to have the idea of what market is selling that particular product for retail price because you're a retailer. Do you understand? Then before you now add your desired profit, let's just use this simple formula that is a cost price equal to selling price plus and profit. Assuming that you bought your goods 2,000 naira, assuming that you bought a particular product 3,000 naira now, then you bought that particular product 3,000 naira, both the cost price, the shipping something, all these expenses you added together is 2,000 naira, right? And your gain, you add 3,000 naira. What you are going to be selling that product is 5,000 naira. So at the end of the day, you see that you gain 3,000 naira from that product. That is why a customer will come and price you and say, it's 5,000 naira last. Customer might say, oh, please sell for 5 for me. You be like, let me consider it. It's just 500 naira to deduct. Let me make customer. You just sell that in 4 5. You still make gain. You end up making 2,500 naira. It's still the same thing. All right. So that's just it. For premium brands, profit margin might be higher. All right. It's not. It cannot. Might be or can be higher. So now, number 4, pricing based on brand type. I want to single-handedly teach you this particular one. Pricing based on brand type. If your brand is budget brand, in previous video, one of my previous video, I taught you about budget branding and premium branding, luxury branding. So if your budget is, as a beginner, if your budget is low or budget branding, what your profit should be is you lower your profit. Low profit per item. Low profit per item, like adding for 500 naira 1,000 to the profit. Higher sales volume. Do you understand? Then if your brand is premium brand, like luxury, then higher profit per item. If this thing is luxury now, they are selling it, they sold it for you 10,000 naira in the market, you can sell it 13,000 naira as a retailer. Do you understand? Because you still have to add your transportation fees. You can sell it 13,000 naira, you can sell it 14,000 naira, and you can decide to give your customer, you can sell it 15,000 naira, you can decide to give your customer discount. And you can end up selling it 14,500. That is what it means by higher profit per item, and also fewer but quality customers. Then it will make you, if you are saying it's higher per profit item, it can make you get fewer customers but quality customers. Consistency, they will always come to patronize because they know that that thing that you are selling to them is original, and they will not backslide you. They will keep on trooping to your shops and come to patronize you. All right, your branding must match your price. If you are budget brand, if your brand is budget branding, your pricing should match your brand. You cannot buy something of 1,000 naira and you went and sell it 10,000 naira as if it's luxury. You chase your customer. If your brand is premium brand, you can sell something that they sold to you 10,000 naira to 15,000. Nobody will beat you. It is you that know how much you bought it, right? So that is it. Your pricing should match your brand. Your brand should match your pricing list. Do you understand how you price your products? So common pricing mistake: copying competitors blindly, selling too cheap out of fear. You'll be like, oh, because I just opened newly, let me just bring down the price. It's something that you bought 10,000 naira, you now went and sell it 7,000 naira. They will dupe you. Selling too cheap because you are fear. Please don't do that. Don't make that mistake. Because you're a beginner, your customer will come if you are consistent. All right. Forgetting hidden cost. You forget that, oh, there's this particular thing that you are supposed to do. There's this particular price. Forgetting hidden cost is not necessary. Changing price too often. That's why I say that people that are selling out there in the streets, that has shops in the street, not inside the market, they have price tag. If you go to a pharmacy now or a supermarket, you see a consistent price. You see price tag. They used to buy price tag and tag that particular thing. Once you see it, you don't even need to price that person. They'll say, oh, this thing, they have price tag. This is the actual price, and that person will not end up pricing you. All right. So consistent pricing. Don't change your price too often. If you change your price too often, they will begin to wonder, why is this person from 1,000 to 10,000, from 10,000 to you keep on changing your prices. You will not be consistent. They will see you as an unserious person, and you lose your customer and you lose your business. All right. That is why pricing is important in this business. So correct pricing keeps your business alive and growing. Once your pricing is correct and steady and consistent, it will keep your business fast and growing, and it will keep your business healthy because you already know what you are doing. So this is the end of today's lesson. On Saturday, we'll continue with another topic. All right. Thank you so much.